Hi guys, Allen Kevorkov from BeTheClaw.com, and I have a couple of more tips to share with you in this episode. Before I do that, however, a lot of people have asked me, why Be the Claw? Isn't it Be the Crane? Now, you might be familiar with the phrase Be the Crane from SpongeBob SquarePants episode, but I find that it's much better to be the claw. The crane does determine how weak or strong the claw is and how it moves, but the claw is the last thing that touches the prize, and that is what's going to determine whether you're going to be a winner. So, whenever you go to play the claw machine next time, be the claw. The first tip I want to share has to do with coins and bills. If you are going to play a new machine that you've never played before, and it's a 50 cents per play, I suggest that you bring in change instead of starting with a dollar bill. The reason for that is you don't know how that machine works. So if you put in 50 cents and you realize that the machine isn't any good, then you don't need to waste any more money on it. If you put in a dollar, you have no choice because claw machines don't give change. So you will be forced to play twice on a machine that you shouldn't have wasted money in the first place. Now, if you are comfortable with that machine, you can, after the first 50 cents, then you can start putting in bills. If you decide to put in a $5 bill, you better make sure that there are enough prizes in that machine to make it worth putting in so much money. Because if there's one thing that you're trying to win and you happen to win it in one or two tries, then you will have $4 left and you will need to have something to play for. And if there aren't any additional prizes to win, you will have wasted $4 on a prize that you won in one or two tries, and that doesn't really make any sense. In this episode, I want to emphasize the importance of having enough space under the prize that you're going for. I have mentioned this before in, I believe, my third installment of Skill Crane tutorials, where I won a teddy bear from Walmart. And I want to cover this again just to make sure that I explain it well enough. I'm going to use Ernie here. He is pretty light, so he is a good example to use for this demonstration. I'm going to use a detached claw. It doesn't need electricity because it closes under its own weight, just like my own machine. I just pull up on the outer ring to open it and then let it go and it closes. It's actually strength-wise is pretty much the same or close to your average claw machine. So let's try this and see how this works out. So here I'm trying to win Ernie and it doesn't seem to be grabbing it very well. He just keeps slipping out. You're probably thinking that the claw is not strong enough, but that's not true. You have to have more space under the prize. And to illustrate the point, I'm going to use regular 9-volt battery. It's less than an inch thick. I'm going to put it under him so that there's a little bit more space under the prize that I'm going for. And same thing, as you can see, success. I will try this again. So obviously the claw's strength is not an issue. What is important and what is the biggest factor here is that space, the final frontier, is the key to winning the prize. So anytime you're trying to win a prize that is laying flat on its back, you need to make sure that there's enough room under the prize because the claw needs to be able to close entirely before it reaches the bottom of the prize. Then it'll start pulling it up. This wouldn't be an issue if the claw stopped, closed first, and then started going up. But the thing is, most claws close and go up at the same time, so by the time it's closed about halfway, it's already halfway up into the prize's body, and then it just slips out. I hope that makes sense. So obviously the claw strength doesn't matter nearly as much as the amount of room that is under the prize. So you have to allow all the space for the claw to close and then reach the bottom of the prize. It's just a matter of a split second, but the claw needs to be able to close entirely before it starts pulling up on the prize, and then you have a much better chance of winning a prize like this. Well, that's it. I hope you found this video helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I do have a contest coming up. Stay tuned for that. If you haven't subscribed, please do. I would certainly appreciate it. If you haven't visited my Facebook page, it's facebook.com/BeTheClaw, and obviously my website at BeTheClaw.com. A quick shout out to Benito243. He mentioned me in his video, and I'd like to return a favor. Thank you very much, and please check out his channel. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.